DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, balloverseas.com, the overseas basketball blueprint. The question is, should you pay for access to overseas basketball job openings? Or even a better question is just, what's my opinion on these pay for access sites and memberships that people are offering for seeing the overseas basketball openings? So before I even get into this, before I answer the question, which I will in detail, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, share, comment on the video. Let me know I'm giving you value. Let me know that I'm giving you something that you hadn't thought of before, some angle you had not previously considered. If you're listening to this on a podcast app, leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Let us and all the other hoopers out there know that we are the plug for giving you the overseas basketball info. All that being said, let's address the question. I've seen some of these sites come up and some of these programs. Some people have apps. Then there are websites, and then people are offering memberships. You pay X amount of dollars on a recurring basis, and you get access to, and there's a list of things you get access to. Now, I did one of my videos in my Is This a Scam series, and I'm not saying that these are scams. I haven't even answered the question yet, but people would ask me, is this a scam, Dre? And I would answer the question. And I talked about these, and what I see usually in the situations is maybe you'll get like an assessment of your game. Somebody will make a resume for you. You get access, X number of times per year to the open jobs market. You get access to the database of all the teams and the agents and scouts and whoever you can reach out to directly. You as the player, you can reach out to them based on this information that we're sharing with you. The question is, what's my opinion on paying for access? Let me tell you, first of all, from my personal look in this situation. If I'm playing right now and I'm trying to get on playing overseas, knowing what I know, but let's say I had never played overseas, but I have all the information, would I pay for it? No, I would not pay for access to the job openings list of overseas basketball. And here's why I would not pay for access. Number one, just because you know a job is available does not necessarily mean you're going to get hired for the job. Just because you know it's available and you know the team and they got the name of the team and the country they're in and a phone number and an email address, even their Twitter accounts and their Instagrams, that doesn't mean you're going to get hired for the job. Because at the same time that you have access to that job opening, guess who else has access to it? The other 10,000 players who are trying to get on playing overseas right now. So you're not the only one who knows that there's a job opening there. And here's the second reason why I wouldn't do it, continuing what I said in point number one, if that job is even open. Maybe how do you know their information is even accurate? So if someone says, let's say I said, the overseas basketball blueprint, we're gonna sell you access to the overseas job market. All right, every 3 months, we're gonna give you 30 days to access all the open jobs out there. How do you know that we have accurate information? How do you know that that job's actually open? Because we told you it is? You don't know. You have no way of verifying. You have no way of confirming. You've never been overseas. You never played overseas. You don't know those teams. You have no idea if that information is accurate or not. And when you reach out to the team and they don't respond to you, does that mean that they're not interested? Does it mean they didn't get it yet? Does it mean they already filled the job? Does it mean that the whole information was bullshit from the beginning? You will never know. For the most part, you will never know if that information was even accurate, that the job was even available in the first place. But you paid for access to that open job market. So that's the second reason why I would not pay for it. Here's the third reason why I wouldn't pay for it. For you to get a job that is available in the overseas basketball world, you would, first of all, need to prove that you can play. So just because you know that the job's there doesn't mean that you can get it. All right, I might know that the Miami Heat is hiring a scout or they need an assistant coach. I know about it. That don't mean they're going to hire me. I got to prove that I can actually do the job, and they got to actually be interested in having me for the job. One thing that I told you, and I talked about this in this book right here, Basketball Agents Decoded. This is part of Overseas Blueprint Bundle. Listen, for overseas basketball teams, when they are looking to sign a player, many times the first place they look is to the agents. They look for the people that they already know. When you're looking for something, let's say that you need something. If you need an editor for your videos, or you're looking to hire somebody for your staff, or you're single and you're trying to find a girl or a guy that you want to date, or you need a plumber for your house, or something's wrong with your car and you need to get your car fixed, the first place you're going to look is to your network, right? You're going to look to the people that you already know. Who of these people that I know is or knows somebody who is capable of fulfilling this need that I have? Everybody in the world does this. When I need something happens to my car, the first thing I'm thinking is, who do I know who can fix a car? So then maybe they hook me up, they give me a deal. I know they're not going to bullshit me, they're not going to overcharge me. They might connect me with somebody that they know, so I'm not going to get treated wrong. I'm not going to get hosed and railroaded in whatever it is that I need. If I'm looking for a girl, I'm going to go ask somebody that I know, hey, who do you know that could fulfill this need that I have? I have female friends who ask me, Dre, who do you know? Do you have any friends who are about something and they're an entrepreneur and they are eligible and I could date them, I can meet them? We all look to our networks first. So professional basketball teams, they look to their networks. An agent is part of their network. If I'm an agent and I placed 3 players on this team in Luxembourg over the last 6 years, guess who they're going to call when they got a job opening? I'm going to be one of the people that they call because they already know that I'm good for producing good players that could be on their club. Now, I might not have a player, so who else are they going to call? Some other agent that they know. Then they might have 10 agents on their list. Like, these are the 10 agents that we call when we need a point guard. If we need a center, here's the 5 agents who are good with centers. If we need a small forward or do-everything guy, here's the 3 agents that we know are good with producing those kind of players. And if that doesn't work, then there's the next level. The next level is, all right, we look to players who got out of college who didn't get a deal yet. Or, we're going to look at players who was in the NBA Summer League, but they didn't get signed to training camp, or they're looking to play overseas. Or then we're going to look to players who came out of D1 and they might not even have an agent. So there's different levels that they look at. It's not always, and actually, it's usually when it comes to the random stragglers, like some of you might be random stragglers. So if you paid for access to the job openings, you are pretty much a random straggler. Is if you wouldn't be paying for that access if you had an agent, you wouldn't need it because the agent already has access. So you wouldn't be paying for that. So I'm assuming you're a random straggler if you're even thinking about doing this. You are the last line of defense, so to speak, for a professional team to look at if they're considering who they're going to hire for a job. Now, this is not to say that it's impossible for you to get the job this way. I've gotten jobs being a random straggler. All right, so I'm not telling you it's impossible. So don't think that I'm talking down on you or looking down on you by saying you're a random straggler. I've been a random straggler, and I got on doing that. So, and I also been a player with an agent, and I got on doing that. It was a little bit easier with the agent than it was being a random straggler. But understand that team might have already fulfilled that job opening. By the time you are even reaching out, they already got 15 people lined up, and they're trying to decide between these 15. They're not even reading your email. They're not even considering you as a possibility because they're like, yo, we got all these prospects from reputable sources. Who the hell is this random dude reaching out to us, John Doe, from nowhere, asking to play for us? So this is another reason why I would not pay for access to overseas basketball job openings. Here's another reason why I wouldn't pay. Here's the fourth reason. Is whoever it is that is offering this, if they, let's just say that they're keeping it real and they really do know where the job openings are. They really do have accurate information, and these are real jobs with real teams, and they had a real contact information of these teams. Let me ask you a question. If they have all this information, they have all this access, and they're selling it to you, why wouldn't they just represent you and help you get the job? Why are they selling you access to the information and then letting you do whatever you're going to do with it? Why would they not just sign you and give you that info? Because anybody who has that kind of info that they're able to sell it, if it's actually accurate, they probably have some kind of connection overseas. Either they played, or they're an agent, or they're a manager, or they have relationships with teams. They have some kind of, they got their foot in the door somehow, some way to have that information, right? Here's the thing, and I hopefully anybody that you would even think about buying this from can prove to you that they got their foot in the door in some way, shape, or form, or at least they can tell you in a way that you believe it. If they have that access, why wouldn't they just help you get a job? I'm gonna tell you why they wouldn't help you get a job. Because they don't see you as the type of player that they're willing to represent. So they'll just sell you the info and tell you you're on your own, figure it out on your own. But I guarantee you that same individual or that same company who's selling you access to that database or that information, those job openings, they're representing players. They're just not representing you. They might represent 20 players, but then the other 400 players who keep reaching out to them that they don't think are good enough to represent, oh, we'll sell you access to our database. We'll sell you access to the job openings, but these 20 guys that we actually believe in, we're going to represent them and help them get the jobs that we're letting you look at. Do you understand what I'm saying? If they really believed in you, they'd just be helping you get on. This is it. Let's just keep it real. And any of you who is watching this who runs one of these events or runs one of these services where you're selling these to these players, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait. You can go ahead and post it in the comments. You go ahead and make your own video. You can reach out to me directly. My email is dre@dreallday.com. Tell me I'm lying. that if you really believed in these players, that you're selling access to the job openings, you would just represent them as an agent. You're already an agent. You already got access. You can make money. If they get a job, you get paid. Why would you not get part of that money? Why would you not do that? You wouldn't be in business if you was just giving away money. Giving away an easy opportunity to make money. The player came to you. They're interested in you. You sold them access instead of representing them because you don't believe they could probably get a job. Because if you thought they could get a job, you would just sign them. Again, tell me I'm lying. Any of you players out there who are listening to this right now, does this make sense? Am I saying anything that you don't understand? Am I going over your head with anything? So all of y'all can take what I just said and you can take it for what it's worth. And again, if I'm wrong and somebody want to check me on anything that I said, you let me know. All that being said, if you haven't yet gotten your copy of this book, The Overseas Basketball Blueprint, I made this book free. I used to sell this book for $49.95 on Amazon. I lowered the price. It's still on Amazon for, I don't know what we sell for on Amazon. You get it for free if you go to balloverseas.com. All you need to do is pay a small shipping charge. I will ship you this book, 237 pages. All you need to get started playing basketball overseas, assuming that you already have game. All right, I'm not trying to make money off you. This is not my business. The overseas basketball world is not my main business at all. I made these books to give y'all the information because nobody gave me the information when I was trying to get on overseas. I do not need anything from any of you players out there. I don't need anything from any of the agents out there or organizations out there. And there's nothing wrong with trying to make money if you're offering people value. I'm not saying that to say anything's wrong with somebody selling you something. It's okay to sell things. All right, somebody sold me this computer, somebody sold me this phone, somebody sold me everything that I got, somebody sold it. Everything you got, somebody sold it to you. There's nothing wrong with making money off what you do. But I'm keeping it real with y'all and telling y'all, if you're going to invest in something, invest in the thing is actually going to get you the outcome that you want. And some of these things I don't believe are going to get you the outcomes that you want. And that's why I'm going to keep it real with y'all and tell y'all the truth. And if somebody disagrees with me, you got a right to, but tell me why. Put some evidence on the table and put some logic behind it, some reasoning behind why you disagree. And let's have that conversation. I'm open to hearing that. All that said, if you want the books on agents, on exposure camps, and on overseas basketball secrets, again, I wrote these books to give you the information on how this overseas basketball world works and why it works like this. You have the option of getting all 4 of these books, these 3 plus this one, when you go to balloverseas.com. If you don't want these 3, you just want this one for free, all you do is cover the shipping. We ship it to you worldwide. That's the deal. All right, and that's all I'm offering. I ain't got nothing else to offer you, nothing else to sell you when it comes to overseas basketball. I'm just trying to help y'all get on. All right, I needed help to get on. Nobody helped me. There were no books. There ain't still if I took these books off the internet or away from sale, there would be 0 books on how to play overseas. I'm the only one who's put out anything. And I'm telling y'all because I don't need anything from you. Again, look, check my track record. All right, judge me on what I've done. Balloverseas.com, y'all. Work on your game. Dre all day.